Welcome back to another episode of the Glory Hunter career mode to see where Aston Villa could end up not only in the league but as well as the Conference League, and we are still in the FA Cup. We have Rosenborg up here in the round of 16 of the Conference League after going a perfect 6-for-6 in the group stage. We get past the preliminary round by not even have to play in it at all. We do have Arsenal in a couple days time for that FA Cup fixture. So we are going to rotate this team slightly, like a little bit, I mean like a real little bit, just to keep some fresh legs in going into that Arsenal game at the weekend. Welcome back to another episode of the Glory Hunter career mode here with Aston Villa in Season 3. We are in the Conference League round of 16. We have a weekend trip against Arsenal in the FA Cup quarterfinals. We are battling for top of the table over Manchester City in the Premier League. We could win the treble this season, although our main aspect was only winning Conference League. We finished a perfect 6-for-6 in the group stage. We skip past the preliminary round. We get Rosenborg in the round of 16. Our team is somewhat rotated here for the first fixture with FA Cup in mind at the weekend. Harvey Barnes over the top for Inaki Williams. And for Cardenas on his right foot. It's 1-0 for Villa. Harvey Barnes, Inaki Williams, Nezovic. That's not Nezovic, that was Cardenas. Buendia header, finds the back of the net, it's 2-0. And we get back-to-back goals in rapid fashion. And Aston Villa are finally starting to take over this game. It's 2-0. Buendia into Simons. Simons might be able to get through. He will. He's going to find Cardenas. It should be a tap-in. It's a 3-0 win. And that might be good enough to completely skip that second leg against them at the Villa Park. Ball back. Kamada will look to find Simons. Simons fresh and ready. He's going to look for Cardenas, who's on a hat-trick. Cardenas does get his hat-trick. And when Simons comes on the field, it's pretty much over for any team. It's 4-0. That's for sure. The second leg done and dusted already. There you go, Carlos. Buendia. We could go for 5, you know. We really could. Buendia's cutting up the field. Buendia's tired, though. Simons, he's not. It's 5. Something happens when you bring on Simons on the field. This team turns into a goal-scoring machine. It's 5-0. And it will end 5-0. Simons gets on the score sheet. Cardenas gets a hat-trick. And we move on to face off against Arsenal in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. And Arsenal in the FA Cup quarterfinals. Harvey Barnes a little tired, as well as Diego Carlos. That might be an area for them to attack us on. But with Martinelli and Nisray Ventinha, this team's actually kind of insane for Arsenal. Let's get into it. See if we can beat them again. Beat them early in the season to give them their first L of the season in the Premier League. See if we can kick them out of their own tournament. Milinkovic Savic! It's 1-0 for Aston Villa. It's a horrible mistake from Arsenal. And Villa capitalized. It's 1-0 for the good. Bailey over the top for Simons. Can he outpace the defenders? He can. It's a beautiful touch. And it's great composure. And it's doubles the lead right before halftime for Aston Villa. It might be 3. It will be 3 off a rebound. It's Musiala to put Arsenal deeper into that hole and takes out the ladder. They will not be able to climb back in yet. It's Sinkov, though. They might have a chance in. They will. It's 3-1. 3-1. We will be going to Wembley in the FA Cup semifinal. And depending on who we get, we might be going to Wembley for an FA Cup final kind of automatically. Oh, well, this actually kind of just got a lot more easy. We either get Tottenham, because they beat Manchester United, and the one I was more worried about was Man City, but they go ahead and lose on penalties to Fulham. So we can either get Sutton United, Fulham, or Tottenham. You know what? I'm kind of hoping for Tottenham. I can't lie. Because we get past Tottenham, we get Sutton United or Fulham in the final. That should be an easy trophy for us. Get in there. Do I have a backup keeper? You know what, Olsen, you can play. As long as we don't lose 5. If we lose 6-0, I might be pissed off. I can't lie. We kind of deserve to lose then. We do lose 2-1, but we are into the quarterfinals of the Conference League. Now we have Man City up next. Now here's what's on the line. We are still actually undefeated in the league after 28 games. I totally forgot about that. We have not lost a single game. We have Man City up in the league where we are currently tied on points. We're only behind them simply by 1 goal difference. Could be 2 technically, but it could be 2 to overtop them. We win this game. We go 3 points clear off of them with 9 games left in the season. That's obviously a lot of time for only 9 points, for only 3 points. But it's actually quite a big deal. As far as the other competitions, who do we get in the FA Cup semifinal? We get Tottenham. We get who we want in that semifinal. That end of that month right there is absolutely crazy. We get Aston Villa and Tottenham in the semifinal, which means we get either Sutton United or Fulham in the final if we were to beat Tottenham. That's actually kind of insane. But the end of this month is going to be insane, especially if we get past Besiktas. We have the Conference League semifinal on the 1st of June or May, whatever season that is. Let's go ahead and get into this game here against Man City with a fully rested team against a very slightly tired team for Man City. Renato Sanchez just cutting up, trying to create chaos early. He is doing so. He's through. Renato Sanchez cuts through the whole entire midfield. He gets the shot off as well. And the second one goes in. And it's 1-0 for City. And Renato Sanchez absolutely just runs through our whole entire team and scores the first goal within 5 minutes. Tomiyasu into Kepa! And Kepa makes a massive mistake. A massive touch. Renato Sanchez is there to capitalize on that, and it's 2-0. Milik Savage. And for Simons. Can he get one back right before halftime? He does. We have a lifeline right before the break. It's 2-1. If we didn't get that goal there, it might be looking impossible for that second half. But we get one back. And now we only need 1 goal to minimum draw. I'm fine with a draw, I can't lie. Simons into Harvey Barnes. Did he stay onside? He did. And he finds the back of net. We're level at 2. And Harvey Barnes is the one to score it. And it's all to play for again. We're level pretty much 0-0 at this point. Musiala is through. Musiala can score possibly the winner. Musiala! 3-2 for Villa. And it's 3 unanswered. Man City take the lead, but Aston Villa might take the win. Delap. Saved. Last ditch effort. The keeper's up for your City. There's 3 minutes left. Which means they either score, get a hat, or get another corner. It's a goal kick, and that might be it. That might be the win that we needed to go 3 points clear above Manchester City to take over first in the league. It will be a win. Renato Sanchez's brace isn't good enough. And Aston Villa walk out of Villa Park with all 3 points. And they go first in the league against City. Besiktas in the quarterfinals of the Conference League. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And actually, before that, let's go see who else is still in the competition. See if Atletico Madrid or Lazio won. It was Atletico Madrid. I should expect to see them either in the semifinals or the finals, in all honesty. It might be a final against Atletico Madrid. Giazol crossed in, blocked, second effort, saved, third effort in. And it's 1-0 for the Turkish side. Tomiyasu, beautiful ball into Simons. Simons is through. Simons can level it. He does. Keeper gets his fingertips to it, but it's not good enough to keep it out of the back of the net. And we're back level at 1. Musiala into Simons. He might be offside again. Simons! It's 2-1. And Aston Villa had the lead. That's a penalty? How? How is that a pen? Tomiyasu gets called for a foul. And it's a penalty. I'm not sure how this is a penalty. He's just like body to body. That's never a pen. It's never a pen, and the ball don't lie. It's saved. Simons, Tomiyasu, back post possibly. Savage was making that run. The volley straight into the keeper's hands, and that's game over. A tight 2-1 win over the Turkish side. We go back to Villa Park. They do level it up. It's 2-2 on aggregate. 30 minutes in. Keep an eye on this. Musiala gives us the lead back. It's 3-2 now on aggregate. And Simons makes it 4-2 on aggregate. And they get a third back with 8 minutes left to go. They need one more to send it to extra time. They level it. It's 4-4. We're going to extra time. There's no shot. I knew I should have jumped in to close it out. We're going to extra time. We're going to jump in for the last 8 minutes. Simply, just if we go to penalties where we score a late winner here. It's Leon Bailey in towards Musiala, who might actually be able to score a winner here. Musiala, who's dead tired. Over the top now for Simons. Can't find him. Harvey Barnes on the second ball. If he can get there, he does. Camarda, Leon Bailey over the top. If it would have been offside, they do call it offside as well. I'm not sure who I just took off. Diego Carlos. Barnes into Musiala. Now into Simons, who's through and onside. Salah, Simmons, whatever his name is. It's 3-3. It's 5-4 in aggregate. No penalty kicks here. But we scrape a win. And we move into the semifinals of the Conference League. Somehow. And that's it. We're through. 5-4 in aggregate. Mark a trip to the semifinals for us. And when we come back next episode, it will be the season finale in which we have Tottenham in the FA Cup semifinals. We win that, we have a relatively easy final for the FA Cup. We have Atletico Madrid in the semifinals of this. We win this, we should win the Conference League. It's the hardest team we ever played yet. We have Liverpool yet in the league. We have Tottenham in the league. We are still first in the league by 2 points. Only 2 points time. We are still undefeated in the league. However, we win this game in hand, actually. We go 5 points clear off of Man City with 4 games left to go. It's going to be interesting. I'll see y'all there. Like, subscribe, and peace out.